we are bringing you some content today that will hopefully be helpful to you in your business and or if you're a client looking to buy and you currently own a property and it's pending sale or you haven't put it on the market. We would like to introduce a program to you. The official name is Home to Home, but there's a lot of acronyms for it and there's a lot of sayings for it. One of them is, buy now, pay later.
Right. Buy now, sell later.
I think I'm stealing that from the nerd, Denise Donahue. So, there's so many different ways to say it. So it's basically as easy as it sounds, right? Yeah. You're going to buy now and then just pay later or refinance into a permanent mortgage. So kick it off, Ivan.
Well, the situation where this has arisen from, it's when somebody owns a house, right? Mm-hmm. They have a mortgage on that house. And not everybody can just qualify for the mortgage for their new house and their existing, what we call a departing home, and then move once and then sell at your leisure. Not everybody is quite that strong to do that, So what happens? What do you do when you want to buy and sell? That's a common question of people that have not done that. If you're coming from an apartment or a live-at-home situation as a first-timer, you just buy your home and you move into it, right? But for those of you that are moving up, lateral move, maybe downsizing, relocating, you might have an issue with that, right? So what we have here at Thrive is a program designed specifically for those folks that not only need to get their net proceeds from the sale of their home, but we have to somehow not count that payment against them. So what do? Home to Home is what it's called, and it addresses both of those issues exactly as I described. The main part is we're not counting your departing home payment against your debt column, right? So you don't have to qualify with your departing home payment. And even better, if your net proceeds are tied up in the sale of your home, what do you do for your down payment? We make you a 0 down, 100% loan to value loan to buy your new home. Hence, buy now, move in, move once, list your property, sell it, and when you get those proceeds, you refinance out of the short-term home-to-home into your permanent 30-year mortgage. And that is the long and the short of what that is. And I'm like you to talk a little bit about your experience with it. You've seen, where does this come into play as far as advantage other than the numbers for maybe the sellers?
Well, it comes into the advantage for the buyers, right? It takes the stress off of worrying about, oh my gosh, am I going to sell my home before I close on this perfect home that I just got a contract accepted on? It takes away that stress completely because it gives you a 6-month window or period of time in which you can buy another house and then you can sell your current home and then you can refinance into your permanent mortgage, right? So that takes away a lot of stress from a buyer. It takes away stress from a seller who knows there isn't a contingent offer to purchase the property they're selling. So it just takes a lot of stress off of people's shoulders. I had one agent that called me the other day. She's never heard about it. She was like, I was looking for it online. I was trying to get some info on it. And I said, well, it's you're not going to really find it online unless you hear a loan officer talking about it or promoting it or marketing it. But it is a Thrive exclusive program that the CFO of our company put together for his loan officers that work for Thrive.
Brilliant.
Because that's how much they believe in investing in their employees at Thrive and into the consumers as well. Because when you give us the knowledge and the power to be able to provide this to our consumer database or to our referral partners, that just makes us invaluable in the industry, Absolutely. In my opinion.
So here's a devil's advocate question. Does it affect the seller's money that the buyer is using this type of loan?
No, it's 100% financing, no down payment. That means the seller gets all of his proceeds at closing.
Doesn't matter to the seller that the person has to refinance later out of the loan?
No, they're completely done once they close. So that next part is on us. It's on us, the loan officer, to get the borrower refinanced. So the sale ends out on that date once they close and fund.
So it's essentially a cash offer.
Correct.
To recap what Angela is saying, for practical purposes, The offer is a cash offer, right? A borrower comes with a 0 down, 100% loan to purchase their next home, like a cash offer. And the seller doesn't have to wait around for the buyer to refinance out of the short term. They're done at closing. They get cashed out. They close as normal, and it's all good. And maybe we can get our special guest to say a little hello as we're talking about this.
Vincent, say hello. Hello.
Hi. If you're watching online, if you're watching.
Just a funny, less than 1 minute tidbit about why I am labeled or called the Mortgage Madre now. So, Vincent, a.k.a. Mortgage Baby.
Our beautiful son.
When I was almost about to have Vincent, we did a 30-day challenge with Thrive. And I did a video every single day, even after Vincent was born, until he was 2 weeks old. And then, the name Mortgage Madre just stuck with me. So here we are in the studio with my latest baby, because I have other children. But he's the one who made me the official Mortgage Madre. So. Yeah.
You can't be the Mortgage Madre unless you're toting a baby, and careful that he doesn't mess up the microphone.
Yes. So Mortgage Baby, Mortgage Madre, and but this is life itself, right? We've got to still provide this content to our consumers. There is a new program that came out, Cash to Home. Cash to Home program is just like, I'm not going to say any names, but it is a program that allows us to provide cash up front to buy a home, 100% financing, right? And then it is refinance into a permanent mortgage later. It's different than
slightly
home
different
to home.
Than, yes.
Why is it different? It's a little different because this program itself allows for all loan types. And so the home to home program has more of a stringent process. Well, not as
conventional.
Conventional, yes. Than the cash to home. So
very good. And it's just to say that there's a lot of ways, as Angela likes to say, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat, but we don't really do that. What's a better way to say that? Pluck a chicken? I don't know. There's a lot of different ways to get something done. If you have a good, solid lender, if you have somebody that you have trust and confidence in that's been doing this for as long as Angela has, even as long as I have, you can get good answers, you can get good advice. Listen to the people that know what they're talking about, that know their guidelines and know their programs, because it makes a difference in the end. The home purchase is one of the biggest transactions that you will ever be involved in your whole entire life. You have one shot, you got 30 days, make your time count, spend it with the right people, and that's all I have to say about that. So.
Keep on thriving.
With Angela and Ivan.